Hey everyone, welcome back to the Up in Vegas podcast. I'm your host, Jofiel Silvestroni.
And I'm Serena.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in again. We are excited to share another wonderful episode about all the great things happening in Vegas. This podcast is about Vegas, what's going on, events, things that are opening, things that we recommend that you should do. We always have a little Rex and Peeves at the end of our episode. So we want you to get involved, like it, share it, tell us what you would like about our episode today. And we have some really cool things to talk about, Serena. Look at this great stuff coming to our town.
I know, it's we've been doing this podcast now for I think like 4 or 5 weeks now, and every single week we have like a new thing to report about some huge, massive project that's going on, and we have another one to report today.
Unbelievable.
And this one really tops it off.
Unbelievable. I was like blown out of my chair. I didn't even believe it was true when I first saw the article. I was like, there's no way. This has got to be an Onion article or something like that. Like a fake article, you know? Sure enough, it's coming. I had to look it up on a couple different news sites. But yeah, it's coming for sure.
A $5 billion hotel that's going to be moon themed. So what's special about this?
It's insane because the outside of the building is round like a moon. So it's gonna be the same size and height, 700 feet tall, 600 feet wide. It's going to be massive, sitting right next to the Strip. So when you look at the skyline of the Strip, there's going to be a giant moon sitting on the Strip.
Wow.
I know. It's going to be unfreaking believable.
Because we have the sphere that's already going in, the Madison Garden sphere.
Yes.
That's massive.
Yeah. And that's going to have a digital screen on the outside too as well. So we're going to have 2 spheres on the Strip.
Yeah.
And that one comes next year. This one's coming more in 2026, 2027. Yeah. It's going to take them a long time to build it because how big it is. But holy cow.
$5 billion.
That's even more than Resorts World. Resorts World was only $4.5 billion, so this is even more money. I think that's the most expensive hotel that's been built on the Strip yet. $5 billion. So
wow.
And what's so crazy is the top floor is going to be dressed out with all the exact same material as the moon. It's going to be a 1-to-1 match to what the moon is like. Oh. You can drive buggies on it and, get in your moon suit, take pictures and everything. You'll be on the moon, basically on the top floor. Yeah.
And what, it was like $500 a thing?
$500 a person for a half an hour. Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to spend $250,000 to go in a rocket ship up to space, that's one thing. You can do that if you got the pocket change. No big deal. But if you come to Vegas, for $500, you go to the moon. Yeah. So that's cool. That's really cool. How exciting is that?
That is so cool. I definitely want to do that. And just saying, like, if you can afford $250,000, maybe just sponsor our show or something.
Yeah. Cool. We'll take your sponsorship. Hit us up in the comments. Yeah. We'll gladly mention you and your business. Yeah, no problem at all. No. It's better than going to space, really. Sponsor the Up in Vegas podcast.
And don't you know someone that's actually going to?
I do, actually. Yeah. I'm going to his house this weekend, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, he's already reserved his ticket to go up there on the Virgin flight. Yeah,
Jeez.
So he knows Richard Branson, the founder of it, so he's got pictures hanging out with him. He's friends with him, apparently. So this is
one of the cool reasons to live in Las Vegas. You never know who you're going to meet.
Oh, my goodness.
And there's so many millionaires, multimillionaires just walking around the streets you wouldn't even know.
Yeah, celebrities.
They're
always here. Yeah. Always in Vegas. So that's what we love about our job and what we're doing and what we live here and why we bring you fun things all the time. So our next item up on our list, this is really cool. This was exciting. Being in technology myself and being on the web and being a marketer, running an agency, I'm excited for things like this. So they're going to bring in a new technology stack just for businesses in Vegas. That's going to be worth $115 billion investment. And so it's Amazon Web Services. It's a bunch of other smaller vendors that are specialized in certain stacks for e-commerce. So they want to make Vegas the e-commerce hub of the country.
Wow.
Yes.
What is that going to actually do down the road? Who is that going to attract? What kind of businesses?
Unbelievable talent. It's a full 10-year project.
10 years. I was wondering what was the time frame.
Yeah, 10 years because they literally have to dig up all of the cabling throughout the whole. There's like a swath that goes through the Strip and around downtown. All those businesses in that area are all going to get upgraded to have the fastest internet in the country and the most security, the most e-commerce tools, like everything you can imagine to make your business run online, like incredibly so that you can compete better than anyone else in the country. And that's coming to Vegas. And
this is phenomenal.
Unbelievable. And it's not like the businesses are paying for this service. This is just a benefit for being in the business in Vegas.
Whoa.
$115 billion is coming from these companies.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's huge.
So if you have a business in another state or city, maybe you should think about relocating here.
And if you're looking for a realtor for your space, for your commercial space or for your residential space, talk to Serena. You can get a hold of her in the comment section there, or in the description section, I should say. And she would love to help you out.
Absolutely.
She's quite the expert in the area.
Yes, we have a whole commercial team team that I work with, and of course we do the residential side too. So
yes,
definitely. But it's booming here, and more things to come.
Popping. It's hot. It's hot. What's our next item?
Okay, so this one's really awesome. The Mob Museum is actually doing a free day for local residents of Las Vegas.
I love that.
And Nevada.
Okay.
And the Mob Museum, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, that kind of sounds boring. Like, what? Like, why would I want to go there? You know, and I kind of thought the same thing. But I took our son there, and they actually have they have actually 3 interactive things, but we picked 2. And one of them was a whole like crime lab, and you got to go to different little areas and figure out like how the person died.
That
and
sounds fun.
Bullets.
Get
the clues. Yeah, there's like bullets, and like you have to match up the bullets to see like as if you're
like
a crime
the little lines that go inside. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
It was really cool. And then they had like some blood kind of sample stuff. But the one that I really liked that we did, it was like a whole gun shooting thing.
Wow.
And like at first it's like a simulation, like you put a holster on and everything, you have like a gun
in it and stuff, and you have to pull it out.
You have to pull it out, and like so you do like 2 practice rounds in like 2 different rooms, but then the last room, it's I don't know if I should like totally say it, but it's
exclusive for you guys.
Like it's actual real life, like there was like a real human in there, and then like
an actor.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
no
and
way.
he starts like messing with you, and you have to
try to take him down.
You have to like try to defuse the situation.
Okay, you're not just shooting him.
Yeah, you're trying not to, because like police officers aren't just trying to shoot everyone.
That's true. Yeah, that's
so you have to like put like it was
intense.
so good. Yeah. I would do it again.
Wow. Okay.
And like I felt my heart rate pounding.
Wow. It really puts you in the moment, huh?
Yeah, and it's just like like I was like I don't know what to do right now. It's crazy.
That's great.
So it's on November 15th.
Free, because normally it's like $40 or $30.
Something like that, per person.
Okay, per person. Mm-hmm. So free. I mean, if you take a family of 3 or 4 or 5, you're talking $100, $150 and you're saving that day.
Yeah.
So like, go check it out. November 15th at the Mob Museum downtown, right? Yeah. Downtown Vegas?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Super awesome. Highly recommended. Okay. So much history in there.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you can go see all the history of the actual mob that started in Vegas, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they have artifacts and things like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I need to do it.
You need to.
Yeah, I need to do it. I mean, I'll go November 15th.
Yep.
Put it in my calendar.
Yay.
All right, and then our final item on the list here. This was just like a little bit of chitter chat, water cooler stuff that happened in Vegas. So over this last weekend, little gossip. The Governor Sisolak, got in a little fender bender accident that occurred that was his fault. So this is a pretty hot topic on social media. The Facebook post from the news had literally almost 1,000 comments on it. Everybody talking about it. So it was like, wow. So apparently, he was supposed to yield, and someone else was going. They were speeding, doing 60 and a 45, but he didn't yield. He just pulled out right in front of them, and they slammed, and both vehicles spun a lot. And so he got thrown out, and they both got taken to the hospital. And stuff like that. So they had minor scrapes and injuries and stuff like that. But what the controversy was that the driver got a field sobriety test, and they took her black box from her car, and they inspected it and everything like that. But she passed the field sobriety test, but the governor himself didn't get a field sobriety test. It was kind of interesting. So, but I mean, maybe the officer did say that there was no suspicion of anything like that, but he didn't actually get a test. So, little perks that you get for being the governor type of thing. So even when it's your fault, even when you pull out and cause an accident like that, you don't get the field sobriety. The other person gets the field sobriety test. So kind of interesting.
Yeah, when
that's
you're
what a lot
a
of
person
people
of power.
When you're a person of power, yeah, exactly. So people were kind of commenting. That was the main theme. And obviously a lot of people, he's very controversial. People like him, some people don't.
Right.
So obviously the people who don't like him were talking about
really going
hard on him and stuff like that. So it was definitely something to chat about here in Vegas. If you're from Vegas, you know about Governor Sisolak, and we're not here to be political or anything like that, but we're just commenting on what happened and stuff like that.
And I'm a firm believer that I respect and honor the people in power, whoever our president is and so on and so forth.
And governor.
But that is funny.
It is kind of interesting to talk about. We're grateful that he wasn't hurt, and the lady that also was in it was not hurt. So the two of them are okay. So I think if someone had been injured in it would be a different story.
Yeah,
so,
we probably wouldn't be talking this way.
Exactly. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
And then so we'll wrap up with Rex and Peeves. And do you want to give your recommendation of Peeves first? Okay.
I think what I'm going to say today for this week is my recommendation is Jenna with Pinnacle Lending. She's absolutely phenomenal. Her and I work together hand in hand. Jenna.
Okay, and the name of the company is
Pinnacle Lending.
Pinnacle.
Okay.
Pinnacle Lending. Pinnacle Lending.
And I just want to say that it's just so important when you're like thinking about buying a home or something like that to have the realtor and the lender as a team, because it's more
so
smooth
much
selling.
Smoother.
Yeah.
Then they get it done for you. On the back end, you don't have to stress about getting one to the other, moving things around, stuff. Right.
Yeah. We end up being able to do so much more work for our clients.
I love that.
And then also like she works weekends, she works evenings, so it's not
available.
Like it's not like 5 o'clock. Can't get a hold of our lender now because I hear a lot of buyers saying that.
You ain't gonna get
And in this market, you can't do that, and really in most markets. So
well, it's a fast-moving market. Yeah, you got to be available.
You do, and so we'll put her information below in case someone comes across us and wants to. But she's phenomenal.
That would be great.
Beautiful human being inside.
Jenna with Pinnacle.
Yes.
Okay, great.
And what is your record, Pete?
Thanks. I would like to recommend a particular website. That's a social media site. It's brand new. It's called Bizfluence. It's at BIZFLUENCE app.com, bizfluenceapp.com.
Yeah.
It's a cool social media site. It's all based on just networking. It's not about any of the other social media stuff. It's just for people who run businesses who want to network with each other. And I've actually gotten a client off of it. So it's like pretty awesome, because typically, you join a social media site and you don't necessarily going to get return on it per se. So for me to get a client out of it, and a pretty big client, like I was super happy with that. So, and I'm just continuing to build relationships. I was actually just on the phone on a Zoom call with the developers for the site, which was really cool. Actually building a relationship with them.
Awesome.
You were having a hard time the other day getting on, right? And so I talked to them, explained to them what was wrong with their SSL. They switched it, and then so I literally was able to fix their problem.
That's
so
awesome.
A little bit of a kind of a cool thing to be able to work with them and stuff like that. So I'm very honored to be a part of that. And so go check it out. Go hop on Bizfluence if you have a business. Yeah. It's just for business. It's not Instagram or any of this type of stuff. It's not for sharing your pictures of your dinner. It's for doing business.
We have enough of those platforms already.
So that's bizfluenceapp.com. Go check it out. They also have an app in the market for both Android and iOS. And I think that is about all we have. Do you have anything else, Serena?
I think we'll wrap it up there for this week.
Wonderful. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This has been Up in Vegas.